think I'm gonna start recording these. I tend to watch my own sparring a lot and tournaments and try to break them down in my head, and helps me get better. If it helps other people get better too at jiu-jitsu, that'd be cool. Maybe one day I can monetize these. I don't know, but I'm doing it anyway, so might as well share it. So first round, warming up, working some De La Riva with the pant grip here. Really been focused lately on not letting my De La Riva get crushed by making sure I'm always cutting an angle, like coming around the corner here on a Berimbolo. He sat down to defend it, but you get the idea. He's countering with his own Berimbolo, but he came off of it. So here, being mindful of his De La Riva hook, fighting it, keeping it from turning my knee, working myself into headquarters, trying to create some pressure. See where he underhooks my leg here, my left leg? This is a bad habit of mine that lets people get under me sometimes and work into X guards or waiter sweeps. I need to work on being better about that leg position. But yeah, we're still warming up, just kind of surfing over the top here. He comes up, that lets me go into a guillotine grip, front headlock situation. Too loose, lost it. We're still warming up, flowing a little bit, going through different positions. Played with the lapel here, I think. There it is. Gonna go into a lapel lasso. It's a good primary staging position to get deeper into lapel guards. I think I was trying to pull him over here, pull him closer towards us, towards the camera, but could have been more insistent there. Instead, I just rolled up and started switching the grip around into a squid guard, and he picks up a lapel too. Just two goofy goobers playing with lapels here. Yep, so working two legs inside, butterfly hooks, keeping semi-sticky on them. Always looking to get under when they're in a standing situation, get deeper into leg entanglements and X guards, single leg X guards. So here at the double trouble, two leg control with a modified X guard. Anytime you get the two legs controlled, you're going to be able to really affect their balance or even sweep them. He hung onto the lapel there. He hung onto the lapel there, so he was able to keep his balance on. I think I switched over to Ashy. So 50-50 here. I generally just stand up if I want to get out of 50-50. Stand up and try to separate legs. I need to get better at attacking 50-50 in the gi. Just kind of pummeling legs, looking for some grips here. It's a good chill roll. I like this guy. I've only met him a couple times. Comes in on Wednesday nights for sparring. So working X guard here with the lapel and the ankle lock grip. Even though he's backstepping out, I'm pretty comfortable with the amount of control I have over his right side of his body. And able to get back into the X guard. Try to back trip there. He sat to guard, and we're in like a outside Ashi position, I think. I would generally play footlocks out of here, but we're still getting warm. Takes me like 3 rounds nowadays to get warm. Geezer. I think that's the round. This is Kyle. Really good white belt. Letting him work his outside passing here. He actually made a really good transition into Kimura, and I had to defend by bringing my elbow back inside with a bridge and push. So now I gotta work out side control, bridging, framing away, trying to get my knee inside, reconnect, knee and elbow, and back into guard. Just trying to get the lapel or collar, heavy on the collar there. Working into collar sleeve. Kyle's doing a good job keeping my feet out of the fight and sits, so I end up in like a lapel butterfly. Try to be heavy on the collar, push him away here so that his leg will step up, and he doesn't really do it, so I gotta adjust. Switching sides on the butterfly. Switching grips, trying to pull him up and over. He's sitting his weight back. So I switched to the belt grip to bring him closer to me or stay really connected. And now we're looking at cutting the angle to the back. It's like a baby bolo type of situation. He feels the back exposure and sits, which lets me come up to like a leg drag position. With these 2 feet inside, I can crush his legs away from me. Split his legs, keep him in an unathletic position. Jousting for grips. This is a cross grip guard, a laser guard some people call it, and I'm able to elevate him and arm drag him and come up into a single. I think he sat to guard to defend it. Anyway, we rolled off the mat, or rolled out of the frame there. Again, just trying to keep disciplined with positioning, not letting him get around the outside. He keeps trying to torreando me. He's got a good one. Keeps trying to pass that way by bullfighting my legs past him. Able to elevate, get underneath here. He posted, so he didn't fall, but I was able to get all the way around underneath to it's like a 50-50 position. Backside 50-50, and then he is a white belt, so you should toe hold them as much as possible. And I think that's the end of that round. Kyle's going to be a good blue belt. It's going to be tough. This is Chen. Yeah, sorry about the framing on the video here. It's awful. It's like 90% matte. Chen here working a cross grip. He's sitting back, which his weight's way back, so I decided to try to come up and see if he'll let me. He does, which is a free sweep if we were keeping track of points or in a competition. Working the knee slice here. Tonight I was trying to get more into darces and front headlocks and anacondas, so that's why I'm being insistent with that overhook. Normally I would fight that underhook a little more, but I wanted to try to get up into a semi-controlled scramble, get in a front headlock or a chest wrap like I am now. And now just working arm in chokes. That's something I've been working on lately, trying to play with those more. I think I tried the Darce here, which he defends. So I switch anaconda. He goes to drag out the anaconda grip, which is a great defense. I should have tried to anaconda roll there, but Chen's timing was decent and got the corner on me, so I had to sit my back to the mat. He's actually working a collar choke here, I think, with his left hand, so at some point I've got to, it's pretty tight, I have to go up and get his elbow and pull his elbow down and pummel my head out, or else he would get the choke there. Right here. I think I just stayed on it and like arm dragged it or something. Shoulder locking here. I'm not sure why he rolled. I don't think I had a submission or anything, but we end up in a armbar type position. I don't have the armbar though. It's like his arm is bent. It's like a key lock position. And I notice it and try to key lock him with my legs, which he again rolls out of. He's so squirmy. Exposes front headlock, guillotine situation. And here I get the high risk position. I'm trying to catch his hips with my legs, but he rolls out of them away from me and escapes. Switching to Darce, he puts his back to the mat. Makes it tough to finish the Darce, so I collect his head into a triangle. The problem is I still have that Darce overhook grip, and his arm is in between my legs. It's trapped, but it's not going to let me finish the triangle. So I have to adjust. I'm actually trying to change this into a barato plata. So the roll lets me unlock my legs and get to the barato plata finishing position, which comes on pretty quick. How's Chen? Chen's excellent. Oh, more Chen. So I guess we had rolled out of frame here. I had to cut it. So here, just trying to keep his hips away from me. I'm trying to leave a little pressure off of him so he can turtle, because again, I want to get into front headlocks and stuff, but he's content, I think, to play tight on his side. There we go. And trying to just hunt for space on his neck or under his arms. See, you can kind of see my arm looping over. There we go. So now we're in a, I think, front headlock or chest wrap position. I can't really tell. Yeah, so try like an arm in guillotine, or I forget what it's called. It's like a head and arm guillotine, but he's out of it. And I'm actually trying to go switch to a anaconda with the arm. I just don't know how to effectively use that position yet. Like I said, I'm working on head and arm chokes in general and seeing what kind of cursory positions come up out of them. Ideally don't want to end up in side control out of it, but happens sometimes when you're playing around. That was Chen. This is Brian, another tough blue belt. So starting off the roll, Brian is leaving a lot of space with his right leg, which lets me underhook it, get a hold of the collar. We're playing like a collar, shin to shin. I try to off balance him and get his other hand posted. There it is. You can see me reaching for that grip too. This makes it tough for him to post out again. So on the second off balance, he has to either be swept or get wrestled up on. So he concedes the sweep. Looking for a cradle here. Again, hunting front headlocks. It's not quite there, so just move it to the back, looking for some space. Sometimes it's tough in the gi. Horse collar, just pulling them over. Open them up. He's got the cornholio going. Gi's over his head. Looks brutal. And here I'm trying to expose that arm, trap it, but he pulls it in. So as he comes up, I top spin to go back to getting the angle on the back, and then during the roll, get two lapel grips under his armpit, and we're in like a crab ride. Those two lapel grips let me stay chest to chest. It's a little bit loose, but the lapel's pretty controlling. Just following him around, looking for my hooks here. Arms exposed and isolated, so I sit armbar. Now I'm just trying to separate his hands, get control of one arm. I had a feeling he's gonna roll, so I follow him with my hips by inverting. And when he goes to stack, I roll back the other way, which lets me get under the Choi bar. That was good defense though from Brian. Had to follow him quite a ways for that armbar. So here just playing with base and find a ankle pick. He got light on that foot for a second. Tripoding, just surfing that hook, not letting his hook come in so I can get to side control. And then his knee's coming in right there. So is his underhook, so I shoot Darce. It's very far, I probably won't get it, but what happens is his feet have to go to the mat to get his head away from me, and that stops his feet from coming in, or his knee from coming in. So now we're working on the paper cutter choke, but it's loose, it's not there. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just fucking off. I think I was trying to maybe get to a triangle. I don't know what I'm doing with my arm either. I guess that's, I don't know, a lot of pressure there. Just surfing on top, sitting on top. When you reverse like this, it's opportunities to get into the leg, kind of like a lateral knee bar dealy. Gripping up the collar, adjusting, staying heavy on collar, trying to keep his posture broken over. And then we're into like a spider, reverse De La Riva spider, which I think I used to try to get underneath of Brian. So his leg coming in stopped me from going all the way underneath. Then he sits and pulls me into Ashigarami. His ankle's a little exposed here, so I start working to attack his ankle. And now now I'm in Ashi, straight Ashi, and he tries to roll out of it, which lets me follow to belly down footlock. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you found this somehow, let me know how you found it, and I'm going to keep doing these. Like I said, I'm just talking into the void. I don't really care if people watch it. I'm doing this anyway on my own and studying. I don't know. I might do some tape study of pros as well, or at least really good players. Do some breakdowns, and then I'll keep doing my own narration for sparring, because I mean that helps me greatly, and if it helps other people get better at jiu-jitsu as well, that's great. And if more people watch this, I'll actually look at getting a better rig and microphone and all that crap. But for now, this is it. Peace.